What's up everybody, this is Scott and welcome back to another video. Well, as you saw, I just dropped my phone and now I'm going to tell you whether or not it survived. Spoiler alert, it actually did, but that was thanks to the Rhino Shield cases that I have. So in today's video, I'm going to talk about the Solid Suit case, the bumper crash guard that they have, as well as a surprise, the 4K wide and macro lens that they sent as well. Big thanks to Rhino Shield for sending these over for review. I absolutely love their products, so let's just go ahead and jump into the video. So both cases have that shock spread polymer blend in their cases, and as you saw, it can withstand drops of 11 feet. I'm not 11 foot tall. Dropping from right about here was about 5 feet. It did survive. Also, I put a pillow on the ground, so yeah. Obviously, if you throw your phone down, that's something that's very different, but these cases protect you from like those normal drops that you try to put in my pocket and it slips right out and falls on the ground. You should feel pretty good about having these cases on. They have this honeycomb pattern inside of it. You can see in some of these images right here. That's what Rhino Shield is truly known for. So if you drop your phone inside of one of their cases, you have the best drop protection, or arguably some of the best drop protection that they have out on the market. So on to the Solid Suit case design. The one thing you notice that when you put your phone inside one of these cases, it is incredibly snug, which is something that's both good and bad. But when you put it in there, you definitely know that it's going to be protected. It's not too snug where you can't actually use it or anything like that, or the squeeze feature on the Google Pixel 3 XL. But also if you drop it, you don't have to worry about your phone flying out of the case, which is a really nice benefit. Case doesn't add a lot of bulk. They say about roughly the size of a couple AA batteries. Honestly, I have it on my Pixel 3 XL right here, and it doesn't really add a whole lot of bulk that I already have on the phone. The buttons are nice and clicky, which is the thing for me. And another cool thing about the button I'm going to talk about in a minute, you can swap out the colors, which is super cool. Very nice customization feature on both of those cases. For those that wonder if you can put the phone face down, you absolutely can put this phone face down. There is a lip on the front. Also, for those folks that have maybe a Whitestone dome or another screen protector, you don't have to worry about the case like messing around with that screen protector or bringing it up at all. I have a Whitestone dome glass screen protector on my Pixel 3 XL. Absolutely no issues at all using the bumper or the Solid Suit design. There's a ton of different choices from colors and patterns. You get the classic black look, a carbon fiber look, as well as this nice polar bear white that I have. I absolutely love polar bears. I am warm and cuddly. It's just kind of a natural thing for me. What can I say? One thing that I noticed about the white case, this polar bear white that I have right here, in my blue jeans, the polar bear white becomes a very nice bluish hue.
With a light blue hue to them.
Yeah, you may want to keep that in mind if you're getting a white case. The colors of my jeans tend to bleed onto it. So from a cost perspective, if you just go with a Solid Suit black on black, it's $29.99. If you want to get one of the patterns like the polar bear, it's $34.99, and the carbon fiber one is also $34.99. So moving on to the crash guard bumper. Now, if you're going for that minimalist look, but you want a little bit of protection if you want to drop it on the edge, this is a case specifically for you. Much like that of the Solid Suit, when you put your phone in there, it is nice and snug on the edges. Case doesn't add a lot of bulk, mostly because there's no back to it like that of the Solid Suit. Again, you're making a choice to do this, you're protecting the edges. Much like that of before, the buttons are nice and clicky. I can swap out the power button and get different colors, so I've done a little bit of red and white and black, so there's a nice type of mix that I have. Same thing with the lip and the Whitestone dome glass screen protector. There is a lip on the front. You can put your phone face down. If you have a glass screen protector on, you don't have to worry about the bumper guard actually getting in the way for you. You can just slap it on, take it on and off, and no worries at all from that perspective. So I guess one of the downfalls is it doesn't protect the back. The Pixel 3 XL is glass on the front and back, but if you're buying a bumper guard, you're making that cognitive choice. So I guess that's really not a negative. So I apologize for my outburst. So I have a white crash guard bumper as well, and much like that of the Solid Suit, it is also changing to a nice bluish hue. So that's just something you want to keep in mind if you're going to buy a white phone case, whether that's a bumper or a full case. So the cost is $24.99. So I really wish that it was just a little bit less than that, because considering for $5 more, I can totally get a full, completely covering case. But again, maybe it's a little harder to make. I'm not entirely sure, but it's $24.99. Not a terrible cost. I just wish it was a little bit less. $19.99 would have been a perfect price point in my personal opinion. So for the bonus that came with this, Rhino Shield makes mobile photography and videography lenses. I was super excited about this. As you know from all of the videos that I just listed here, I kind of have a thing for mobile smartphone photography and videography. Some might call it an addiction. I like to just call it a healthy habit. The cool thing about the Rhino Shield version is a 2-in-1 system. It's a 4K wide angle lens and also a macro lens, which actually screw on top of each other. It is an incredibly intuitive design. So one thing to note about the lenses, you have to have the Rhino Shield Solid Suit Mod NX and Mod Standard case or Playproof, because you have to have an adapter. Now the adapter is $5 and the lens is $59. So together they're $64.99. But that particular bayonet style lens adapter is the thing that you need, and it fits specifically in those cases. Now the wide angle is an 18mm focal length, which is exactly the same as the wide on Moment and the Lemuro brands, 18mm on both. It has 105 degrees of viewing angle where you can get this crazy great wide shot with no vignetting on the side. You can kind of see here that the images look really great coming out of the camera. The glass is actually quite good for the price point for the wide angle lens. Now the macro is a 25mm focal length, again exactly the same between Moment and the Lemuro brand, which is really cool because you can actually do some comparisons, and in another future video I'm going to compare the three against each other. So it's nice that I can compare and contrast 3 different lens types to tell you exactly what you're going to get from a picture perspective. So definitely keep that in mind coming back watching some more videos. The shots that you can see right here with the macro lens are much like the Lemuro and the Moment, which require you to get extremely close. One thing I would have liked out of the Rhino Shield here is it would have been nice to come with a lens hood like you get with Moment and Lemuro. If you've been wanting to try mobile lenses, this is really close to a must-buy at the $64.99 price point if you have the cases already. If you have to go completely all in on getting a case, adapter, and a lens, it's going to come in right around what one single Moment lens and one single Lemuro lens would cost. This is a great point if you're trying to just get started in smartphone photography. So that's it. That's all I have. Big thanks to Rhino Shield for sending all this stuff over. And as always, like, share, subscribe, thumbs up, leave a comment below. Come back and check out some of those photography and videography videos, specifically with the 3 lenses that I mentioned, and we will see you next time.